Hey guys, welcome back to another 10-Time video. Today we are back with some Kerbal Space Program. Now, I was going to post a Borderlands 2 video today, however, because nothing can ever go right, technical difficulties, as always. So instead I decided, let's try this. Now, I do believe I uninstalled all my mods, however, I might have missed one or two. So this should be vanilla. I know they recently seriously updated the game. So yeah, we're going to go with a new sandbox game, and we're going to call this Tubs, I guess. This will be a sandbox. Alright, and let's get a good flag here. Which flag should we go with? Let's go NASA. Yeah, let's go with the NASA flag. Again, I don't know if this is a stray mod or vanilla, but I'm going to pretend it's vanilla. Alright, so I do remember how to play this game, though it has been a hot second, so I might not remember all the little nitty-gritty details. A lot of this looks the same. I know I do not right now have any expansion packs. I don't know if I needed those for the new stuff, but honestly, I kind of just want to pop in and try everything out again. So, let's see, what do we have here? Okay, so instead of showing the raw audio files from this video, for the building segments, I'm actually going to do a bit of a time-lapse chat. So right here, I'm actually going into the vehicle hangar, but the reason I want to do the audio chat is because this video ended up being an hour and 14 minutes of just raw footage, and I wanted to cut that down, but I didn't really want to leave out the building process because I know a lot of people like that. So I decided I would kind of time-lapse this and show the rest of the actual gameplay as normal audio. But as you can see right here, I'm trying to get this thing to look cool. I'm trying to get this thing to be functional in the atmosphere, and I'm kind of struggling with it, I'll be honest with you. So those Goliaths I thought were going to be really awesome, and I was trying to add some wings to it, I was trying to get used to controls as well. I'm still really trying to get into it at this point in time, and I still am, even after this video is done and over with. I'm still struggling to get into the game, but yeah, I thought I would try to build this craft, and I was trying to make it look cool. I was trying to get with the controls and trying to juggle it all at once, and I think it actually turned out, in the end, I think it turned out better than I kind of expected it to. So yeah. Okay, now let's launch. That would have been very helpful if I had these action groups set properly, but I didn't because I'm an absolute buffoon. All right, we're gonna press C, and we're gonna go. Okay, I think it flies beautifully, but it could use some slight tweaking. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, the crazy flips are pretty damn awesome, but we might want to limit the thrust gimbal for these. Or not the thrust gimbal, the gimbal for these. I'm always in the mood for sweet flips. However, by the looks of it, yeah. Well, I can try to get control of this. I think I know what's going on, actually. These things are crooked as hell. Do you see this? These things are super crooked. How did that happen? Okay, so in this one, you're going to see me crashing a lot. You're going to see me test flying a lot. I was really just struggling to get this thing to actually work and to actually function while still also maintaining aesthetics. And I probably shouldn't have been focusing on aesthetics as much. I'm just a bit of a stickler, I'll be honest. As you can see, this thing, the wheels were off, everything was off. It kept crashing and crashing, and I really was just trying to get it to a point where it was usable. And as you'll see, I eventually do manage to hit that point, but it takes a lot of trial and error, as anything remotely scientific does. Trial and error is a huge part of it, trying to figure out exactly what makes it work and what doesn't. So I think this thing does keep its aesthetics somewhat, but I mean, it definitely could look better even when it's doing sick flips like that there. So yeah, unfortunately, it's not the best looking craft, but it's also not the most functioning craft, and it's just overall, okay, I'll be honest, it's not even really that good of a craft, but I'm hoping that you guys enjoy watching it fail repeatedly in fast motion. So yeah, enjoy the footage. Let's launch this and let's see if we can get to space. I just want to get to space. Honestly, it'd be a pretty big achievement for me. Especially if I can get it somewhat semi-stable orbit. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. No way. Pull down my thrust. That moon looks like a Death Star. Adding more control surfaces worked. Sticking a bunch of more control surfaces on this thing somehow managed to work. Alright, let's see if we can get up. I'd be very surprised, to be honest with you. If this works or it might use, I might try to actually keep these things from firing at all. Just until these are fired. Right? We're almost out of fuel already. I don't know if I should be concerned about that. So, I think that is successful. That worked. However, there is that fuel issue. Okay, so number 3, and I'm probably not actually going to do this for every single one of these sessions, simply because there's a lot of them, and I'm realizing just how long this would take, and I only actually have a few hours before I have to go to bed if I want to get up in time for work, and to get up at a decent time tomorrow. So I'm not going to do this for every single one. However, I'll try to do them for some of the more important ones. But this will be number 3, and for this one, I was really, as I said in the video, trying to fix a fuel issue. I ended up adding some more aero spikes, some more fuel intake, and just some more liquid fuel. This doesn't quite fix the problem, but it gets very damn close, and I think the next one is actually one of the most successful, if not the most successful one. I can't quite remember off the top of my head, but this one, I know this one does actually look pretty good. So, yeah, I think overall, this idea turned out good, and I just sound like a broken record at this point. As you can see there, I was actually kind of struggling with the aerospike things, the intakes, and I was trying to put them on the back for some symmetry, mostly just because they look better, so yeah. Alright, so if I press Z, get max thrust, hit it. Alright. T. Just trying to get off the ground. Nope. All the way up. Pull down our landing gear. Oh, this might work. I'm already going a little crooked. But that's fine. As long as we can get into space, I would be happy. This thing looks ridiculous. This is not a very pretty looking ship. However, it does seem to be functioning. Just like my air trails function decently, actually. Going already pretty fast, pretty quick. So. Yes, let's turn on our lights. Why not? I'll turn on lights, right? Guess not. Here's the cockpit view. This is going good. Let's try to aim it up a little bit more. Okay, aim it down. That's a little bit too much for it. Alright. Down this I mean, this is working. That being said, the second these things start to cut out and we start to gain speed. Oh, we're already losing speed, so we're going to turn on these. Alright, looks like we kind of have to fight this to stay up. Alright, there we go. We're making it, we're already at 2,000. Probably should have put some chilling on this. However, we might be fine. Oh, nope, we are definitely not going to be fine. Yeah, so we ran out of fuel. However, we got pretty far, didn't we? Let's see just how far we can go before you're running completely out of fuel. Well, if we want any chance whatsoever to bring our dudes back, we're going to have to slow it down and disperse some heat. Dude, 30,000. We made it halfway to space before we ran out of fuel. Okay, so this one is a very important session. So as you saw, I kind of scrapped the first ship, and I actually cut out a few of the launches for it because I did have another couple of tests with that old ship, but it never really amounted to anything, so I decided to get them out because they weren't really that important. This one I decided to start kind of adding, start making it more plane shaped. I also want to point out that I recently saw Jacksepticeye's video on KSP. He recently got back into it, which is honestly awesome. I remember he was the one who introduced me to KSP, and he was the one who kind of gave me the love for this game, along with the kind of the love for just, I guess, playing these more kind of complicated, in-depth games. It came from that series. I honestly loved it, and it was awesome to see him kind of get back in and screw around and have no idea what he was doing again, just like good old times. So as you saw here, I kind of started messing around with some of the new features, such as skinning those things. I also put the main seals on there to kind of add some big kick to our engines here. I added a bunch of plane wings, like some massive wings, some parachutes, and I cut out a lot of this because there's a lot of very short-lived runs here. As you can kind of see in here, I was trying to figure out what's going on. So there was a few runs where I couldn't figure out exactly why this game kept crashing. Apparently, what I discovered was actually structural stability. As you can kind of see here, this thing's starting to hold itself together more, the more structural stability things I add to it. I also replaced these wheels because I didn't like the wobble, and I realized kind of it was wobbling a lot to the side here, so I quickly added some more wheels there. It kept crashing, and eventually though, I did get a working model. Starting to veer to the right a bit. So it's not really as bad. It's notable though. That wheel's still a little bit misaligned. Alright, well this thing is flying, it goes straight enough to get off the running pad with proper control. That is kind of what matters. All that matters. So, yeah, this is just how far it is. Okay. So we don't have enough power to go just our air engines to get up there. Quite have the power to do it. It's probably going to be a good idea to only burn the air engines at first, and then burn everything out like its liquid fuel engines after we're already kind of well on our way. Alright. We still have we still got some speed. Our apoapsis is going up pretty fast, and we still have plenty of fuel left. Hopefully we can get to space in this. Oh, it's starting to veer out significantly. Come on, keep it down, keep it down. I think it's been stabilized a bit. Well, it looks like we're going to be able to get up there. Okay, cutting the engines. Because by the looks of it, we are going to make it to space. Right, we're going to go to prograde. And then we're going to flip, and then we are going to ignite our engines again. Never mind, never mind. Okay. However, hopefully, I think we might have made it to space, guys. I think we might make it. And then we can totally use whatever fuel we have to try to land. And we made it to space. That was the goal. So, we did it, guys. We're definitely not going to be able to orbit. We don't have enough fuel for that. However, we made a craft capable of reaching the in-game Kármán line of 70,000. Now, let's see if we can parachute this thing out. We don't necessarily have to land it. That's not really what I'm hoping for. I'm just hoping to be able to land this well enough that, or like kind of parachute it down enough to where I can get away with everybody here surviving. If everyone comes out alive, that will be ideal. Alright, so let's time warp ahead. And once we're starting to kind of fall. Okay, we're starting to fall. We're back in the atmosphere. So, going to, I guess, turn retrograde and start burning. Essentially try to slow down as much as we can once we start kind of burning up. Okay, looks like we're going to actually land on this ocean, on this kind of area over here. So I'm going to start spinning to disperse some heat, and I'm going to burn up all of our fuel. To try to slow this down as much as I can. Okay, and we're going to try to slow down pretty much as we can by spinning it. And then open the parachutes. Oh, did we do it? Guys, I think we might have done it. I think we might have gone to space. Yes, I think we did it. I think we went to space, and hopefully we'll make it back in time. Or we'll make it back safely. That's kind of the goal. So, I guess we'll let this thing do its thing. I'm gonna go retrograde. Let's let this thing fight to go to retrograde. Because that seems to actually be slowing it down. And I think it's because it's these wings. So because it's fighting to go retrograde, let it burn all the fuel up. There you go. Start to slow this thing down, or start to slow time down, back to a normal pace. Alright, now we're going to just try to let it... Right, no. are gonna make it go retrograde again. Be anti-normal, so that's trying to fight its way up. Guys, I think we did it. Ground's approaching fast. Parachutes are fully deployed at this point. Stability assist. Alright. So we weren't exactly able to say make it to back to the Kerbal Space Center. However, we did make it back to Earth, or back to Kerbin, back to the ground. We got to space, and we landed safely. And that was the point of today's episode. That was the point of today's mission. And it worked. Hopefully, we'll be able to sit down without blowing everything up. Would you look at that? We did it! Can we get this thing to go? Oh, look at that. And we can taxi it around and everything. Well, guys, that was awesome. We're rolling down a hill now. We made it. We built a ship that is capable of making it to space and then landing back down safely. That was awesome. So, I guess once this thing has been fully stopped, we're gonna stop this. And there's one more thing we must do. We must claim this alien world for Kerbin. It looks very similar to Kerbin. But it definitely can't be. We are going to plant our flag. And we nailed it. Yes, for NASA. For NASA. For the plaque text. For the glory of the conspiracy. 3 exclamation marks. We have done it. Yes. All right. Well, that is about it for this Lieutenant Diamond video. If you guys liked it, please like and subscribe, and there will be some more Kerbal Space Program content coming your way. I will see you guys in the next video. Lieutenant Diamond out.